So after this is over, I'm gonna duck out immediately. I'll run the Windows update. We can redo all of this stuff again.
Yeah, so we don't have to mess
Deal
with
with
it
it tomorrow.
tomorrow. I'll also
Yeah.
unplug my mic and do that theory.
Yep. That happens
'Cause-
sometimes. I don't know why. I never understood why it happened on like right now this is straight USB, but it happens on this mic sometimes, and it happens on my XLR mics as well when they run the
Yeah.
boards. Is that unplug and plug back in tends to reset them for some reason.
Really
I don't have
weird.
the answer for why, but we'll figure that out afterwards. We gotta. Wow, what a camera shot!
Well,
Poor cameraman. One was on each side of the ring, so they couldn't cut to like they had to go wide cam if they wanted not to have a rear view. We'll call it at this point. There was no way for them to cut to the low cams.
okay,
Just the way they-
don't use either one of the perverted shots.
Right, hop to the wide cam, please.
But all this mess of getting this all set up, and I almost missed that. Naomi's whole get up is with the Valentine
Her and
candy
Bianca are
candies,
wearing the
like
candy,
matching
yeah.
stuff. Yeah,
They're awesome. That's awesome gear.
that's
Super-
great. I would almost miss it because of this nonsense.
Yep.
Um,
Stupid technical difficulties.
yeah,
Yeah, they got awesome gear. Again, Bianca I think makes a lot of their gear, if not all of their gear, so that's why they can be so clever with it. Oh, that was a qualifying match. Okay.
did
I
you
thought for
already
a
get the
second-
pinfall?
Oh, how far behind are you?
Just said Naomi right there.
Okay, so
You got like maybe 5 seconds on me.
yeah, okay, good to know. Good
Yeah.
to know.
Unless I just refresh my stream and see where we're at.
You could try that.
That might work. All right. Well, we'll see how that goes.
Well, you got what do you got on your screen right now?
Got our announcers. Just showed their names.
Okay, so you're still like at
Cut
least
into
5 seconds.
Raw.
Yeah, I'm watching Kevin Owens package pile driver Sami Zayn right now.
Yeah, he just stomped him in the back of the head for me.
Okay, so we got about 5 seconds. Good to know. I won't do that to you again.
Okay, it's no problem. It's adjustments we got to make every week. It's fine. I understand. So I've seen this. I gotta go pick up a puppy.
Go get the puppy.
Because I'm
Go get the
30
puppy.
minutes overdue.
Go
So
get the
I will
puppy.
be back with a puppy.
Yep.
So.
Sammy doing an interview from home, it looks like.
Just prepping these, but I will be right back.
Okay, Sammy, not cleared yet, but looking for some revenge on Kevin Owens. Promising it won't be fun. I don't know about that. I think it's pretty fun. That should be a good match. Those two work well together. Motor City Machine Guns. Who do they got? They have Pretty Deadly tonight? I don't remember. Out of my head. I don't know if this music kicks the same way as it does probably live. Like live, I bet you it's a lot better. But it's missing something, if you ask me, from TV. Like it doesn't. I get it. It's very punk, so you don't have a lot of, the bass is a little bit lower in it, so maybe that's it. But oh, Los Garzas, that's right. This should be good. Should be a good match. And we go to commercial. Trying to cut all this from the YouTube app, so I might as well get something to drink right now during the commercial. Oh, I'm an idiot.
No, cat. Get out. What a nuisance. I know. Yeah. Why? Why? Yeah. Sweet. I know.
I mean, puppy.
Yep. Hey, you little puppy. Hi. Okay, where you trying to go? You're just gonna start crying? I'm right here. Right here. Yeah. Woof, woof, woof.
Super adorable.
Yep.
I kind of figured I would just end up cutting the commercials out anyways.
Yeah.
Let me go get something to drink. Guy came back, went to check my phone for a second, and my phone wouldn't undarken.
Weird.
Yeah, it's on its way out. I need to go get a new phone.
What are you doing? Where are you trying to go? Don't chew on my pop filter.
Like, I'm a puppy. What do you think I do?
Yeah.
Chew
Chew
on
on
things.
everything.
Yep.
Here's your first wrestling match. Well,
Not a bad one. To be a first one.
yeah.
Aw.
What are you doing? Where are you trying to go? What? What? Where are you trying to go? Where are you trying to go?
He doesn't know.
He really doesn't. This.
That clap was intentional.
Okay.
That way, if nothing, we don't talk about anything super relevant during these. I can just see the wave file and quickly cut this from here to the clap on the way back in again.
Gotcha.
So,
That makes sense.
because it's hard for us to talk about wrestling related stuff if there's a boat commercial.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it's a sub commercial, actually. Or it's a scuba diving. I think it's scuba diving. Like, it looks like that would be scary, right? Like,
Yeah.
but like there's nothing scary about it. Like, the situation is scary. And the way I avoid that being a scary situation is I don't do it.
Yeah. Like, fuck that. It's like all the people I'd see, like, parasailing off one of the mountains when I lived out around Seattle. I'm like, Yeah, that's scary and all the things that could go wrong with that. That's why I'm not gonna do it.
Wait, is that the one where you get pulled behind a boat?
No, there was they cleared a spot on one of the like foothill mountains. I mean,
Right.
it'd be considered a mountain in the Appalachians, and they jump off the side of the cliff with the paraglider and just
Oh, glider. Okay.
yeah, glide all the way down.
I thought that what you said the first time was the one where they pull you
Parasailing.
behind the boat. Yeah.
Maybe I don't just know the proper term.
I don't know the
but
term. I don't go in water. Look at me.
yeah,
So
well,
but that's what I thought at first. But when you said glider, I'm like, oh, that makes more sense. Yeah, no.
yeah, they
Does it go over water?
with that one they don't there.
Then yeah, no thanks.
Unless they end up going the wrong way and going over like Lake Sammamish, which is possible.
That would be the right way in my mind. Give me the softer landing, please.
They have like a landing strip field like right next to one of the roads.
Okay.
So you just keep your eye on where that road is and where the little landing strip is, and that's what you aim for. As you'll
Gotcha.
work your way down. Hi.
How's the pup doing at night and stuff?
Slept through a good decent amount of last night. Probably started to wake up before one of my first alarms, probably around like 7 or so, just kind of non-stop crying. I pretty much
Oh,
let them out of their crate and just let them sleep on and next to me. I didn't really sleep much. I just kind of watched this one.
that's understandable.
It's when it's cuddled up like this, it doesn't really do too much crying. This is a little bit different. But yeah, he's been alright. He's right at 6 weeks old, so it's a lot of crying for mom.
I get that.
It's going to be that way for like the first week.
Yep. But they'll adjust.
Yeah.
Ooh, that sounded good.
Jeez, that's quick.
I don't know if I have a prediction for this one. Either could win this.
Yeah.
But ooh. What are they? What are we doing here?
Hmm.
Oh!
Goodness.
Yeah, it was a war machine, but with an insecurity, essentially.
She was really slow on getting over there for that pin count.
Yeah, sometimes it's hard to get in position.
Although, of course, it's not like that would have been the finish.
I mean, that was cool. Vengeance. Does the kickoff show start at 6, or does the show itself start at 6 tomorrow?
I don't know. If I had hands, I would Google it.
That's fair.
Oh.
All right. MCM keeps moving forward and keeps battling for the belt here.
Wow, you were very ahead on that.
Oh,
Yeah.
I gave it a few seconds there. Thought you'd be caught up. I went for that whole like 5 second scenario there, and
It like got it, like it like got worse.
okay.
So I'm looking for
I'm
a
gonna let you
defining.
react first to stuff from here on
Yeah,
out. I'm just gonna just watch.
and now it just changed to Damian Priest just now.
Damian Priest is closing the hell out of everybody on my screen at this point.
Okay, now he is.
Okay.
Am I closer at 8 seconds behind? Good God.
Something like that.
Ugh.
Essentially, this is just him saying that this is him on his own. He's gonna be that individual superstar at this point. He's breaking out.
Yeah.
No Judgment Day. Probably a one day. Probably get some help from Rhea again, but there'll be like an out of nowhere thing.
Yeah. Okay, don't get freaked out by the can opening. I know. It makes a funny noise. Does not like that. Always goes like, what in the... Huh, we don't like that. Like, what's that scary noise?
Oh, I forgot about that. I'm looking forward to that match. I'm assuming the main event tonight, the Strowman, Fatu, Damian Priest match should be good.
Yeah.
We got the store commercial.
Yeah. I know there's a possibility they'll throw Braun in there, but I still think he's the weakest link in that three-way match.
I might be biased just because he had such a strong run his first time here and you weren't watching yet. They might push him, but he ain't got the push right now, so
Yeah. And they might do it with Priest just to try and start pushing him where Fatu's already he's kind of already sitting pretty, people liking him.
right.
Like, he doesn't quite need the rocket ship put on his back because it's coming, I think. They don't need to be right here.
I can agree with that. Sorry. Kind of making sure my phone still wants to, like, work. Essentially, I don't know how the better way to put it.
Yeah. Yeah, anytime I've had that with my phone, I've just been like, oh, okay, so not fully power it off, but like, just hit the button to make the screen go dark and then hit it again for it to light back up. So when I have that issue, that's all I need to do, but I'm taking it that's probably not.
No, it was a black
screen.
I moved it. It didn't come back up. Hit the button on the side. Didn't come back up. Did that several times on my way walking to a charger. Plugged it in. It had no haptic feedback, no nothing that it was charging.
Oh, wow.
Then I went for the manual shut off. Your basic shut off. There's actually another way to shut off your phone besides that too, but to hold the two buttons down.
Yeah.
And after probably about, truthfully, 15 to 20 seconds, it came back up with the shutdown, emergency call screen, all that stuff.
Yeah.
So I canceled that, and now it's working again, but it's on its way out.
Jeez.
Weather is supposed to suck tomorrow in the morning, but there's supposed to be just some rain in the afternoon. Perhaps if it's just raining by like 1, I'll sneak out and look into a new phone.
Yeah.
I never really rush to get new phones because if I'm not doing anything with, because it just functions as what I need to do. That's all that matters to me.
Yeah.
Unless I'm planning on vacation or something, I want better pictures. and it's close to upgrade time, like for me, like the phone's dying for me, then I'll go hurry up and get a new phone for the camera functions. But like, I have no trips planned in the next month or two, so I was in no hurry to go get my phone.
Yeah, this is the longest time I've ever kept a phone.
How long you holding on to that one for?
I think we're at 5 years now. My first Christmas with the wife, while we were still dating, she bought me a new phone and upgraded it. And I kind of noticed this year, like it's not holding as much of a charge, a little bit slower, and so on. So I'm like, it's probably about due sometime this year to upgrade it. I was kind of wanting
Yeah,
to upgrade for Christmas, but that didn't happen.
I'm about 4 years in. I think I got mine right before. Was it before the pandemic?
Yeah, I used to be like the every 2 years person. It's due for upgrade. Okay, I can get one.
Once storage kept up with my photo taking, I no longer felt the need to do that anymore. For me,
Yeah,
it used to be the storage situation, and now
I definitely don't have enough storage.
and I could clear off so many pictures and videos because I do all my manual backups myself. But like I just pulled all the banana ball stuff and all the SummerSlam stuff off my phone yesterday and put them into different. So I suppose I'm about 4 months behind, but that just reminded me though. Stand and deliver tickets should be.
Yeah.
I'll have to check again once I don't have my VPN on, I assume.
Yeah.
They think I'm a bot.
Huh.
I'll check after we're done. I'm curious what tickets are for the NXT event. Hmm. Interesting.
Decatur, Alabama. This one is out. Passed out in my hand.
Nice. It's been a minute since we've seen him.
Yeah, well, where he's not lurking in the back.
True. I have no idea where he is on your screen. On my screen, he's like 2 feet from the ring at this point.
He's walking down the middle of the entrance ramp.
Okay. I was like, I don't know exactly how long I have to wait for this.
We just turn. We're looking at the moon.
Okay, he's in the ring already for me.
Yeah.
doing his kneeling thing already.
So USA is saying it's Washington D.C. Why did the locker room say fucking Decatur, Alabama?
I missed the locker room.
Locker room with Sokoa. Yeah, it just it said Decatur, Alabama up there, and they had like
Did
one
they
of their.
divert because of a snowstorm? DC was getting hit a little while ago with snow.
I don't know. Oh, this one's streaming. See if he starts twitching again.
Can't tell from here.
I felt very tiny ones. Can I wake you up by talking?
I need subtitles.
Can't tell. Just started talking for me.
He switches. He goes back to English.
Oh.
No warriors here.
Oh, the tingling loins is what got you, huh?
That's what I had to back
Oh
up
my God.
for.
See, I had his music hit when you got tingling loins.
Well, let's slow it down. I don't have tingling loins over LA Knight.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Uh,
I didn't word that the right way.
that was horrible phrasing. Nothing wrong. Nothing against LA Knight. I'm not a real big fan of his vest with shoulder flares, but whatever.
No, sorry.
Did we wake him?
Yeah, a little bit of a burp, and he's just like, "Well, I smell dinner." I'm like, no. Ate a bunch of kibble for the first time. That was good.
Good. Hey.
I thought he was gonna say shit. Don't go for that shit.
Oh, I didn't realize. I wonder if Miz knows his robe has a tear in it.
Oh yeah, the back.
Yeah, that's not real Miz like.
He, wow. I wonder if he did that like coming out here and just like, well, I'm too late to stitch it up. Because if they
Right.
do that sitting in the back, they got folks to sew their shit up.
Yep. Or he just didn't even notice it.
Yeah, I mean, something like that, you usually feel it happen.
You would think, but
I'm glad you're a little puppy. Getting upset. Grumpy because I'm talking while I'm trying to sleep. Oh, you're trying to bury the shit out of the Miz, huh?
yeah, it's not a smart move. I like LA Knight, but The Miz is going to go down as one of the best all time to be an entertainer.
God, it's okay for me to cry. Jesus Christ.
Miz has points.
Yes. I can't remember how long he had it. I didn't think it was too long.
Oh, wait, we have not booked a match yet. A lid has been fused.
Well, we're dressed for a match. I guess we're just starting one. All right.
That you're lazy and don't book your card.
You smell what the Rock is cooking?
Should be a good match. I'm up for this. I didn't see this coming.
Yeah.
I'm assuming something has to be up with Bo Dallas.
Yeah, they're just like that. We're just still not seeing them.
Yeah, something's got to be up with Bo Dallas for the Wyatt Sick to still not be involved, even after Bliss came back.
Like somehow, like he just randomly got hurt or something.
I mean, maybe it's that. Maybe it's something else health related. Maybe it's who knows? Maybe something good. Hopefully, maybe a relationship or this or that. Something's going on. Who knows?
Yeah.
But I can't figure out why you'd move him shows, have Bliss come back, and then still have him not do anything. So,
Yeah. He is sleeping in really weird ways.
I'm still not about this whole commercial thing. This is dumb.
Welcome to my Monday nights.
So dumb.
Yeah. I might try to have interviews that aren't much, but at least it's better than this. Because, I mean, this is just all repeats. It's like, I've seen these. You're not convincing me to get any of this stuff.
No. Hey, Jay's alive.
Yeah.
Somebody else is playing headliners. Good game. Good game.
Yeah, it is.
I heard there's an update coming, I think probably be this coming week.
Oh, really? Like,
I don't know what's being added. No idea. But
they have been talking about, like, don't worry, we got more levels coming, more monsters, and so on.
I mean, I don't know if they were ready for the success they've had out of nowhere, essentially.
Yeah.
One of those things that, like, you make a game and then it becomes a stream hit, and you're like, uh-oh.
Yeah, it's kind of like, that's fantastic, but, oh my god, we're going to be, like, working fucking crazy overtime just to try and keep more stuff coming out, just to keep up with the demand that just exploded overnight.
Right. Oof. What do you got in this one? Who's coming out of this one on top? LA Knight?
I kind of think LA Knight. Because I think Miz really in this circumstance is kind of working more as just enhancement guy. Because I think people are more interested in LA Knight versus Shinsuke. Miz just kind of interjecting himself here all of a sudden. It's like, okay, well, yeah, let's start adding like somewhat of a feud in here. But
Wow, they have the Miz down to 81.
oh, I got overall in the game.
Yeah, the ratings will pop up on your screen here any second.
Yeah, here they come. Wow.
That's brutal.
Yeah. Hey, you. Having
Yeah,
crazy dreams.
He hasn't done a whole lot recently, but I would still put the Miz on the same level as LA Knight. I think this is actually a quality heads-up matchup.
Yeah.
Only problem I have is if the Miz loses, like, he came out with this new attitude, and it's gonna go away immediately. Like, he's been spending the past X amount of weeks being terrified, comes out with confidence, and then all of a sudden loses.
Yeah. Yeah, he's just had this weird storyline that just really isn't going anywhere for months now.
I mean, this is one way to do it, though, is if the Miz loses because of the Wyatt sick, then he can go back to his own character thing. There's a solid match. People don't forget about Miz, and then LA Knight keeps going after Shinsuke.
Yeah.
But I think at some point you gotta also do something with the Miz. Like, I personally like to see him have another singles run where he actually gets to wrestle and get to be a little bit more aggressive.
Yeah, a run like that would be good. Him starting off like with a win and just getting into the hunt for the U.S. title right this moment. I don't know if that's the timing to go for.
Yeah, I just think you just set back the Miz if you don't. Like, I don't understand why have him come out with this confidence attitude if he's gonna lose. So the only way it makes any sense to me is if we do see Uncle Howdy or.
What are you doing?
I mean, it's a good match either way, but I just think it hurts
You
the
freaking
Miz's
out.
character.
Having crazy dreams. Hi.
We got 2 weeks left. Do you think this becomes a triple threat match at Elimination Chamber?
Ow, on the steps. Going to a commercial, yay.
Yep. But do you think this one ends up being a triple threat match at Elimination Chamber?
That could make some more sense than what we have going on here, where it's like, I take these two, and you know, if it'd be like, they didn't say it like one of them, whoever wins, like being the one to be the number one contender for that belt, but it kind of feels like that's the type of match this is.
Well, yeah, that's what Nick pretty much said, is that, you know, Shinsuke is looking for a warrior and a worthy challenger, and then let's have you two go at it. So I think it's about as implied as it can be implied.
Yeah. Where are you going?
I guess you could also have Shinsuke get annoyed by somebody and come in and hit both.
Off, 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 off. Off, 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 off.
Aw.
Off, 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 off. Off, 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 off.
Looks tired.
Off, off, off,
Looks
off,
sleepy.
off, 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 off. Off, 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 off. Off, 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 off. Where are you going? Just trying to find a way to get comfy again. You almost ought to stay up for a little bit. And then get really stinking tired. Why are you picking your head up? Why? Yeah. No. No. I just can't get comfy. Huh, can't get comfy. Yeah. Yeah, cry, 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 cry.
Look at the Miz changing up at commercial break and doing a
You chin locking?
Not exactly a chin lock, but close, a variation.
Where are you trying to go up there, or where are you trying to go? This? And go up on the towel? Up here? Do that.
What the hell? I looked over and you're by your mic. What the hell happened?
I'm what?
You got real close to your mic.
Oh, putting the puppy over on the towel over here on the desk. I kind of had that. I was doing puppy cam for like, I was only streaming like the fishing game for like a little bit more than a half hour. And then this one kept moving too much. I'm getting too fussy. I'm just like, well, I can't stream and keep. I kept having to move the cam so it'd stay on the puppy, and it was just, it was a pain. So I was like, okay, I'm done with this. People got to see the puppy. I'm gonna go do something else with the puppy and keep it entertained.
Right.
I'm not sure where I got mixed up down the road, but they're showing the results for Naomi, Chelsea Green. I got mixed up where some reason I was thinking Naomi was Jay's wife, but it's not. It's Jimmy's.
Correct.
I don't know how I got flip-flopped somewhere down the road, but I sure did mix that up somehow, somewhere.
I mean, I assume you didn't watch a lot of Total Divas or anything like that back in the day, so I mean, I guess it could happen. Makes sense.
Yeah, I absolutely didn't watch any of that. Not a show for me.
It's a good exchange. It wasn't a good one.
Oh, yeah, it really wasn't a good one.
I assume that's why he went up for the elbow drop.
Yeah, I had to cap it off with something that looked good, not something where it's like, oh, we were a little off on that move together as a unit. Yeah, I kind of figured they were gonna go with LA Knight.
Yeah, I just don't think it does a whole lot of good for the Miz.
Yeah, I don't think it does, but Miz's position right now might be just enhancing people.
Well, I'm just saying what we've been doing for a long time.
Well,
And that's part of the gimmick. I mean, that's why
I
you get
mean,
paid. You do what they ask you to do.
it could be also partly what he kind of like wants to do. It's like, keep me around. I'll take some L's. Ow.
I mean, a lot of their favorite guys take L's a lot, but I'm just saying, he's a little bit older than a lot of the talent.
Seth takes a lot of L's too. Although
Also
that
do a
doesn't.
lot of main events.
Yeah, that's true. It also doesn't really seem to hinder him as a character. Oh. Oh.
Okay, they're still pushing it. Other screen craziness. They're still gonna push it.
I saw it that time. So maybe they're just doing a slow build back up.
I suppose.
Look at my pop can for. What are you doing?
They moved R-Truth as well.
Yeah, but that was like a week or two ago where he ran a Damian Priest in the back. He's just like, "Oh, welcome back to Raw." It's just like, Truth, this is Friday.
That's right. I forgot about
This
that.
is Smackdown. When you talking about the general manager, he got his hair back. And he has a very distinctive British accent now.
R-Truth is the greatest. They moved the former tag team champions together. I'll be back.
All right. I'm just petting a puppy. Petting a stinking puppers. Petting a puppers. How you doing, puppers? Huh? What are you doing, puppers? What are you doing? Ow, that's my nose. Little puppy. Little puppy. Yeah. Why are we crying? Hey. Why? What are you looking at? Huh? What are you looking at? Hey, silly pup. I'm just going to bite my entire hand. Just stick my whole hand in its mouth and just, goofy puppy. That goofy puppy. Ow. 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 Puppy cam. Fighting my hand. Puppy cam. Ow. Okay, dick in my hand. Ow, back to biting it. Damn, little horrible fish teeth. Ow. 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 Ow.
We've gone full puppy cam.
Ow. 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 Good God. That's the like, ow, puppy type molars feel like friggin' razor blades. Oh boy, what's going on in the Miz in the back here?
Is that gonna be his tenure here? Just looking for friends?
Seems like it. You kind of should have played it cool and not been a mimic. What? Alrighty.
You're not Tozawa.
Alright. We want back on my chest, apparently. Alright. We will do that. That's fine.
Baller.
Okay. Well, you call up how you want to. You're all fidgeting. Whoa. Why?
Ooh. Aw.
You know what? What's wrong?
The Miz and Hayes are the same rating?
Wow. That don't seem right. Our truth is only a 71. Jeez. What? What? What?
I like Mello. I think Mello has a ton of talent, but like, He has not had any success on the main roster. But he's what, 24? It makes
Yeah.
more sense for him to have his build slowly. He has plenty of time.
Yeah. Hi. What are you doing? What are you calling me like a billy goat for? What is this?
What puppies do.
There we go. Why? I'm right here. I'm right here. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Well, now where are you trying to go? Trying to go here? Oh. Okay. Zell's right back down on the towel.
So, Kevin Owens is responding. Should be interesting.
One of the Sami Zayns of old, I guess, where it just rip him off an announce table before Shane O'Mac goes through it.
Yeah.
How about I give you a full one that ain't open and you can nuzzle that one all you want.
There's too many commercials.
All right. They're doing this to me on Netflix too. Like, we got on the internet to avoid this crap.
Too many. Too many. We got at least 2-3 matches left. See, they have any deals going on in the shop while I wait.
The 30% off the whole site. Good, Valentine's Day. Ow. Little biter. Ow. Ow.
Going through, looking.
Ow. Forgot to bring down this new bone I got you for you to chew on rather than my fingers. Ow. Sheesh.
What fingers are the perfect size to chew on?
Yeah, that's why I was measuring little dog toys with my finger going like, eh? Eh? That's about finger size.
They have some new shaker bottles. Rhea Ripley shaker, WWE, Undertaker, Roman, Yeet, WrestleMania.
Wait. I don't want you touching either one of those two things.
Don't wear pants in the ring.
Oh, what? What? What's that? It's finally, I guess, good to see that rematch where Tiffy just ran off with Nia Jax's title, and then nothing came of it, and we're like, okay,
Right.
just just take it and run, and no, hey, give it back, just took it back.
Yeah. Yeah.
Very bizarre.
Yeah, but I'm glad it's happening finally. And I don't.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to stop with the whole out indefinitely thing because they keep saying people out indefinitely and then they're cleared by whatever.
Yeah, that's not. It's happening too often, so we're not believing it. It's like, oh,
Right.
they're out indefinitely, huh? Until they're back at such and such time. Like, we only suspend our disbelief for so long.
Right.
You create a pattern where we go like, all right, he's just gonna be back when you say so, and it's convenient for you, and we're gonna be like, oh, I'm supposed to be surprised, but well, we're not because we figured out the formula.
Yeah. At least they haven't brought back Roman immediately, which is good. But
Yeah,
everybody was supposedly out indefinitely, and everybody's back almost instantaneously, and it just doesn't make any sense. So, but that would be a good match whenever it happens.
yeah.
Uh, hey, your polo's on sale for $47.
I still don't think I'll pull
Yes.
the trigger for that. Like, you get me down to 35, and all right, deal. But good lord, man.
No, I agree.
47. That's still to the point where it's like I could nearly get 3 for the price of that. Or like 2 more costly ones, slightly.
Right. Something is off with the pacing for me on this. Matches are decent, don't get me wrong. Everything's all going fine. We have things going on, but I just feel like the pacing's off. I don't know if it's the placement of the commercial breaks. I don't know if it's the match order. I don't know what it is, but
Yeah, I get that. I don't know if I'm having that same feeling.
well, it's having a hard time keeping my attention this entire time. Whereas you have a hard time. It's having a hard time keeping your attention because you have a puppy.
Yes, I'm having them keep this thing safe. So, 10 o'clock, so this match, and then it's pretty much the triple threat qualifier for the men's.
Probably the last two things.
I
They
actually like
should be.
I actually
Both
like that
matches.
outfit of Naya's.
They're semi-matching. She went with something leopard.
Yeah.
Candice went with something leopard-ish.
normally that type of print I wouldn't really like so much, but I think because it's like a darkish yellow, I think that's why I kind of like it.
That works. It works on her. Good
Yeah.
gear.
I think that's actually a pretty good look. Usually those sorts of prints, I'm just like, not great.
I don't mind prints. Prints are fine. But that works on her. The darkness of the yellow actually does work really well. Probably because her character's supposed to be bad too. So if she came out all bright and bubbly colors, then it wouldn't be great.
Yeah.
We got to be more energetic and do more cross clips.
Yeah. Yeah, we do. Yeah. She seems to get a perm for every like big event and come out here looking like a big old fluff ball.
Yeah, that's what she likes to do.
And then she re-straightens it for like all the more regular stuff. It's really weird.
I hadn't noticed, but yeah.
You see somebody did a side by side comparison with her and like Andre the Giant getting into a cab when he had the real froey kind of mane.
I didn't see that.
It was a very good comparison.
I think you did say. I don't remember I remember you sending me the Andre one. I don't remember the side by side.
Oh, it might have been I just sent you the Andre one. It was captioned Nia Jax getting in a cab or something.
I'm glad they ran with that. I think it's still goofy that they do the pop-up headbutt to the chest as a move, but
Yeah.
they ran with.
Yeah, I came in a little bit too late on Tiffy in a sense where I never got to see her like build to get over as she is, and it's just like, oh, she's just here and over. I'm like, I don't really get to know why, because for so long I wasn't getting to see her actually compete. She was just kind of like a sidekick of Nia Jax for the longest time with the Money in the Bank briefcase.
Yeah.
So
she was pretty dominant in NXT for a long time too, if I'm not mistaken.
makes sense.
So she went from dominant there, here, where I think everybody kind of knew they were going to move her up, but teaming her with Nia gave her time to build a little bit.
Yeah.
I'm mixed on the intros like this.
Yeah.
It does feel like more like a big fight. At the same time, it does also like zap the life out of like the entrances and everything.
Yeah. Finally saw something, I think it was on Instagram with what was it, Samantha, that was doing the ring announcing.
Yeah.
And she just was going like, I just don't like it. I just wanted to be moved to something else and try and do something else. I don't like the ring announcing. It's just like it's too much pressure of like stuff to memorize, and it have a hard time not like something like I forget who she actually mentioned. I'll just say like crying when like John Cena comes out, like because she's too much of a fan. And then
Right.
it was like some older guy and Bubba Ray that were talking to her on basically a podcast. Probably
Maybe Dave Greco.
might be.
They host. They're
Kind
part
of like white silver
Busted Open
hair.
on. Yeah, they
Yeah.
host the Busted Open podcast on Sirius XM.
Well, he's the one that kind of came to her side when she was saying that and going like, "That's what made you so good. You would get emotional about this stuff. It wasn't really bad, because in a way you were kind of selling, but you were just it was real. So it's just
Yeah.
like you're having this real emotion that like the fans would have as the announcer, where people would assume the ring announcer's kind of in on something a little bit, that like who's coming down.
Well, I mean, she was in on Who's Coming Down because she does have to remember everything. But, your local indie show, they're using cue cards to get, like, the nicknames and stuff right. But when they're here, especially if they're going to announce, like, heights or this or that before a fight, it's all stuff they have to memorize. So
Yeah.
I can understand not liking the anxiety either of it.
Yeah.
So... But if they couldn't find a place to work her in someplace else, then I'd want to probably change too. Yeah, that was funny. The one time that Ricochet went to do the 450 from the top rope to the announce table, and he looked at her and said, "Sorry."
Yeah, because they're an item.
Yeah, like, sorry, I'm almost gonna die, but let me try this anyways.
That is pretty good. And just be like, sorry, you ain't gonna like what I'm about to do.
Yeah,
I'm about to kill myself.
you know what I do. You knew going into the relationship what we do here. I'm curious to see how Tiffy gets out of this. Like, how does she actually turn this around?
Yeah. And she is just getting manhandled.
Ah, God!
Oh, what am I about to see?
Boredom.
Boredom?
Boredom.
Hmm.
Finally engaged.
Oh, and commercial. Yeah.
Yep.
Great. Yeah, it's probably the commercials partly killing you. It's probably the biggest one right now. Just...
Well, when they do that, when they pace it out where, like, the first half of the show is commercial-free almost, the second half becomes so hard to watch because there's so many of them.
Yeah.
Or at least it feels that way.
Yeah, it probably does feel that way. I mean, probably
You have
just
a puppy
is that
to
way.
Fill your commercials. I don't have a puppy to fill my commercials.
Yeah, I finally got him to go back to sleeping again without shifting around and just be like, I can't get tired or find comfort.
So, I don't know how Tiffy gets out of this one. A big rally and then just wins on a quick type of burst.
Yeah. I don't know. She's kind of disadvantaged here because she's not. It's not like she's gonna have like the ability to kind of like cheat and get through it. Not that necessarily that's what she'd do anyways.
Right.
Because you got Candace right out there. So
did you see the Undertaker hoodie with the tie?
Oh, where's the tie down the,
the
front, down the zipper? Yeah, and the old Undertaker symbol from the Ministry of Darkness on the back. Yeah, I see it. I'm eyeballing it. I'm thinking about it.
Yeah, that was different. I kind of like that one out of nowhere. I just didn't expect to see it.
Yeah. It's like maybe the one hoodie the wife wouldn't steal. For some reason, she doesn't like the old-fashioned tie. She's like, "When's the old-fashioned tie?" I'm like, "The old-style Undertaker."
Right.
It's like
yeah, I guess she had to be there for it. I don't know.
Like a 1800s Undertaker. This was I had to explain to her. I mean, like this was the day of like everyone was like a gimmick, like a wrestling police officer, a wrestling mountie, a wrestling garbage man, like
yeah,
everything.
A junkyard owner.
Yeah, it just a fucking wrestling barber who comes out with fucking shears for fucking hedges. Yeah. He seems like he's on cocaine. I'm here to cut your hair. Oh shit! No, you're not.
He seems. Did you say seems?
Well, seems because he most definitely is on cocaine. That was the coke era. You think some of those Macho Man, like, filmed, like, little behind the scenes, like, little interviews with Mean Gene had to take.
I can only imagine.
And to get, like, a full, I don't know, string of sentences together that made some bit of sense. Because he's back there trying to make some sort of cognitive sense through all the cocaine.
I mean, the Ultimate Warrior had to be the worst, right?
Yeah. So you'd start talking about, like, alternate universes and crazy shit, and you're like, whoa.
Yeah. Did you go with this one? Time out.
Like, you just think you're this ultimate warrior, and you're not talking about, like, being a warrior. You're talking about crazy interstellar fucking madness. Where'd that come from?
Right.
What does that have to do with you? You just going crazy wild, man. You really want to hear something crazy? 9/11 was an inside job by aliens. Okay, warrior.
Doing that.
Yeah, I knew that one wasn't gonna work. Ow, in the face and the titties. I'm probably like
back too late, apparently.
I'm like 8 seconds behind you, I'm sure. Yeah, really. How we get through this?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not unless she gets like a quick roll up. I don't really know how she goes from being dominated the whole match to.
Yeah, even Candace is out there at ringside, just like, boy, this is a fucking snooze fest. Oops. Oh, is this it? You're gonna do like some sort of like chest stomp? Curb stomp? Ow. It didn't even look like a kick out. It looked like it was just someone rolling over in their sleep.
Pretty much. And the announcers were talking about how, like, they thought the momentum from hooking the second leg. Well, she had to hook the second leg. I'm happy she saw that because the second leg was under the ropes. So like she had to pull up on that leg to be believable that she couldn't just put her foot down and break the pin. I don't know what Charles Robinson just said, but he just told Nia something.
Hey, I just realized that like Tiffany Stratton's like top and skirt are just like repurposed old Pizza Hut tablecloths.
I mean, that's the same pattern. I don't know if I would trust that cloth from 1987 to be my ring gear, but yeah, I think it's same print.
They trust other dodgy shit. What does her bottom say
Toodles.
Underneath the skirt? Oh,
Toodles.
Toodles. Oh, okay.
Yeah, coincidence that I just happened to notice.
I saw that. I saw TOO. I'm like, what is all that? Does she tend to say Toodles as a goodbye?
No clue.
Yeah.
Well, why is she so... How is there another one?
I just saw a kick out. Oh no, commercial? Seriously, another commercial? Good lord. And we're not even getting a side.
Fantastic, but I don't care anymore because of the commercials.
We're not even getting a side by side. Jesus. No, honestly, with all these commercials, if they just did the picture side by side with these commercials, I could kind of, I'd be fine with it. Like
I could live with it.
Yeah, you can kind of try to like ignore the commercial, but you know ultimately that's what you're getting sound from. Try to watch the wrestling match and you're getting advertised too. Fine, but it's just like, this crap.
I mean, this match actually has me engaged, and it's been what 12 minutes, and in the 12 minutes we're on our second set of commercials.
Is it the second set or is it the third set at this point?
Oh, dear God, don't tell me that.
I think it's the third set. I might be wrong. I haven't really been counting, but...
Is it like equal times 3 minutes match, 3 minutes commercial, 3 minutes match, 3 minutes commercial, 3 minutes match?
I mean, if they got to fit all this stuff in at the end, then yeah. And at this point...
Isn't fair to these two at all.
No.
I'm going to assume there's only one set of commercials during the main event.
You know, I'm going to disagree with you on that and figure there's at least 2.
I mean, maybe, but I think there'll be a set after this match goes off. If there is another set, I bet you it's during the intro since there's 3 intros.
So did you pick up on that with the LFG for like the other thing it kind of stands for, because Undertaker kind of shouts it out?
Oh yeah, that's all it stands for in my head.
It just stands for Let's Fucking Go.
Yeah, 100%.
Okay.
Whenever I use it, it's Let's Fucking Go.
Okay. I finally kind of had that epiphany. I'm like, I wonder if he's thought of that too. And would you just go like, oh yeah, it's always been that. Now I'm to the point where I'm like, okay, I'm not special and I'm not clever. I'm slow, in fact.
No.
I'm a slow fool. With a puppy.
No. Well, you're winning. I'll tell you that. With the puppy, you're winning. Okay.
With the puppy is only a redeeming factor. Otherwise, I'm a buffoon.
No. Okay. So like, it's just meant that for like every aspect of sports for so long, and then like.
Yeah.
You don't get a lot of time to like cheer and root for like your favorites when they come to the ring and stuff like that. So, and I don't remember the last time you saw Chase Oliver wrestle, for example. Was it like Absolution when he tore his Achilles? Were you there for that? He had a hobble off.
I probably wasn't there for that one.
You were at an Absolution, and I'm pretty sure it was Absolution. It was an Akron show when he tore his Achilles. Nevertheless, like...
Well, maybe I was.
He's got a very intense entrance music. And, like, that's just one of the easiest things, the LFG, the Let's Fucking Go to like, because he's that pumped usually. So like every time for like Chase or anytime I'm tweeting something I'm really excited about, LFG is 100% used. Swanton.
You're ruining things. Actually, in a way, you're actually just telling me, like, get ready and watch for this.
Yeah, it was a pretty Swanton. The problem is when she...
Prettiest swanton in the business there.
Well, I mean, when the other guy doing it is often high, or has been.
Oh.
I don't know if he still is. Hopefully he's good. Hopefully he's good to go. But
probably because, she's doing it just like she does with her moonsault.
Yeah.
Which...
But no, really, when I saw it, my brain went to that song by Head PE.
Okay.
We talk about swantoning.
Oh. I don't think I know that song.
Yeah, you might have heard it.
Maybe.
I mean, it's 20 years old, so.
Yeah.
You probably heard it. You probably don't remember it.
Yeah, it's possible. Wow. Just grabbing her by the whole mane of her hair and throwing her in the corner. She's gonna kill you.
Did any of that make sense to you?
I just got where Nia plopped down and broke her ass.
Yeah, why?
Because she screwed up. Tiffany screwed up her balance. Tried to pull her down a couple times.
Failed. Then she supposedly got headbutted.
I don't think I saw the headbutt. I just saw her kind of like fall down and then roll out of the way.
Well, supposedly, according to the announcer, she got headbutted.
No. I have it lowered just enough so that that's how they do it. I have it lowered just enough so that I can hear you better than this. Yeah, but you just got disqualified and now you can't win your title back. You were winning this.
The moonsault was a problem.
Yeah. Lillian's like, don't kick me out of my chair.
Yay for Candace. Candace gets to work with a Hall of Famer. Huh.
Ow.
Huh. I suddenly have a feeling that Charlotte's going to pick Tiffy. And it's not because I'm 8 seconds ahead of you. Nothing happens in the 8 seconds.
Yeah, kind of the way they just pounding on Tiffany is kind of almost making her look weak in the eyes of Charlotte, maybe, where she'd pick her and be like, oh, this is an easy way to get my title back. Just destroy this child, as she put it.
That's what she's going to say. But I think that they took care of the Nia problem.
True. Oh, Charlotte Flair. Okay.
Okay, we got like a half hour for this lady to walk to the ring. So the problem we're going to have is Nia and Tiffy with the rematch and stuff. They just had the rematch.
Yeah.
Nia had no problem squashing Tiffany for no apparent reason after getting disqualified.
Yeah.
Then Trish came out of nowhere, and she got squashed. We're going to Elimination Chamber which is in Toronto. So does that mean Nia Jax is going to wrestle Trish potentially at a Elimination Chamber? Which then ties up this new feud idea there for a minute, freeing up anybody to wrestle Tiffany.
I mean, I guess possibly. I'm a little surprised.
That was my concern.
Yeah, I'm a little surprised that Trish Stratus should be coming back wrestling.
Yeah, she thought she was done, but I think, she keeps herself in such amazing shape. It's going to be hard for her to walk away. When they come to Toronto, she's going to be interested to wrestle every time.
Maybe they just, offer, a paycheck she can't refuse. She's just like, all right, yeah.
I don't think it would take much, honestly.
I'll do some gigs. I mean, right now she's like a fitness instructor at this point.
She runs her own yoga. She has her own yoga classes, and she also used to redesign houses and stuff, like the design part of it. I don't know if she still does that or not.
I don't know, one of those with her name could be a pretty penny, so.
Yep. She's not unconscious. She just almost had her spleen launched out of her throat.
Yeah, I see why you're saying that. Did you see the one that I sent you about the grandma upset at the grand? It wasn't me this time.
Hold up.
Okay. Oh shit.
Ambulance footage.
There it goes. Yeah.
Yeah, I figured it'd be too easy for them to reveal. I think a lot of people are still thinking Naomi. I'm going Bianca, especially after Naomi just flat out said, everyone's framing me. Everyone's thinking it's me.
Yeah.
I'm going back to Bianca. Personally, that's who I think.
Well, just to be different, I'll stay on Naomi because I liked your original idea.
I think that's where they started with it, but it's been so long. I personally think they're going to pivot to kind of try to do a swerve, but this goes back to what I originally said, which was they're going to push Raquel and Liv as a tag team, and this was just a perfect opportunity to push that as a tag team now, even more. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Now they have a reason to be in a feud. Before they had no reason to be in a feud, but now they do. So here's the commercial before. I wouldn't be surprised if there's a commercial during or right after the entrances. And if that's not it, they'll do one halfway through. But that women's match had 4.
Yeah.
But yeah, no. The minute she squashed Trish, I felt like Charlotte was picking Tiffany.
Yeah.
To me, it just your angle with her being weak makes a lot of sense. By the way, I don't think she looked good while laying there at all. I was watching Tiffany lay there, her facial expressions, how she was being injured, and I just don't think she was convincing that she was injured for that long.
Okay.
She just like held her stomach, and then eventually she was almost like laying on her neck, almost like on her arm. And she would look over at the camera, which I just think that was. She could have done more to look in distress, and if she couldn't, roll to your stomach and be on your face, essentially. This way you can just grimace with your face in the mat, essentially.
Yeah.
But laying on your side like that, I just think that was a. I don't think she looked like she was still in discomfort. You're just sitting there going, "Well, get up, girl, get up."
Yeah. Yeah. It. Yeah, it didn't really sell it for me either. I think you're just better able to describe it. It didn't make me go like, "Oh, she's not really seemingly injured." I don't know, but yeah, it didn't. It didn't pull me in. That's for sure.
The problem is you don't have to sell that you're being that injured, but like, if you're moving around that much and you're clearly like, I don't know, like, you're holding your stomach, then you check your arm and hand, like you're not bleeding. You weren't. You're not in an action movie. Like,
is my hand still there?
Yeah, is my hand there? Am I bleeding? No, you weren't. This isn't the Matrix. You weren't shot 400 times. Like, you got squashed. You don't.
I know.
Be the worst doctor ever if you rolled up and they pat your stomach. Okay, I can't tell, but I don't think she has internal bleeding. Pat, 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 pat. Like, that's not how you would do that. So
I don't hear sloshing when I pet your stomach.
Shake her. Does she make it sound like a waterbed? No? Okay. But no, I mean, if you don't have to sell being like super injured, but if you're laying there long enough, but you just keep like you don't know what to do next, get to a knee, or roll to a rope and lay against the bottom rope, or do something. Just don't seem like your character is in a cutscene with a very limited amount of animation. Like, move around. Don't do anything that's going to get, into a scuffle in the ring if you're not supposed to, but roll to your stomach. Roll to the rope. Roll somewhere else. Fight to try to get yourself up. But just holding random body parts and then checking your hands is not convincing, in my opinion.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's not to say that, Naya's move doesn't hurt. I'm sure it doesn't feel great. But, like, you gotta, like, convey that you can't get up and do something. Because why wouldn't you? You know what I mean? Like, if you're being called out, why wouldn't you get up and get in that person's face?
Yeah.
So. But as Trish got squashed by Naomi, I'm like, not Naomi, but by Nia, I'm like, okay, that frees up Tiff. Tiffy's got nothing else going on. Now, who's coming out of the Elimination Chamber? Oh, you can watch it now here. They're going to show a replay.
Reading all these silly Valentine's Day signs. Waiting for one that says, "Tell mommy I said hi." Trishy time. Ew.
Okay, so that actually covers all the bases right there.
Yeah.
That gives you what Tiffy's doing in Toronto as well. But so who's left in the Elimination Chamber for the women? Who makes the most sense to go after?
Do we got 2 or 3 more spots to fill?
I think we got. I know Liv's in it. Tell me the rest, because I don't care about the rest. Bianca not Bianca. Naomi just qualified.
I was gonna say Liv and Naomi was the other one I kind of knew.
Who else got in there? Is Io? No, Io lost her spot. Who did?
She lost it to Liv.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Maria interfered in that match. Who was the other? There's at least 1 or 2 more. Didn't Bailey just lose the Elimination Chamber qualifying match, or did she win it? She won.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, I think she won that.
So Bailey's in.
That was who was that against though? Huh.
Roxanne Perez and somebody else? Wasn't it like a triple threat?
Oh yeah, it was a triple threat. Because I was thinking Roxanne Perez, but I'm like, I'm just getting mixed up with tomorrow with Vengeance Day. But no, that was a build up for Vengeance Day. I'm totally forgetting. Yeah, super kick. No yeet. Fat too. I guess I could start keep the feud going with Jacob a bit more. Keep calling him, hey, fat too.
Right.
Keep calling him fat and piss him off.
Kind of the good thing about these triple threat matches is that the feud builds itself that doesn't win. It's kind of smart.
Yeah.
So, logically,
yeah,
Priest winning this makes the most sense, and the Fatu and Braun Strowman feud grows.
Yeah. Yeah, watch this puppy so it doesn't crawl off the desk.
Yeah, it doesn't understand gravity yet, huh?
Probably not. Probably doesn't understand if you fall that far, it's going to be ow.
I'm trying to figure out who makes the most sense to go after Rhea.
Yeah, I don't know, because it was like, I know Liv's in there, but I don't think they're going to give it to her. Because if they give it to her again, it's like, oh, we're still going with this? I thought we were ending this shit.
Yeah, no. Naomi is going to play a factor. Those two are going to feud in the cage at this point now, because they're really building the tag match situation. Especially with this new video they just showed. So that's almost a done deal that those two will somehow eliminate one each other and cause that feud to continue. So what is that?
Okay.
Bailey and Ripley would be new, but I don't know if that's a thing. And I can't think of who else is in there, so. Oh, I'll be back in a second.
No problem. I wish I could hold this camera still, but it's an awkward position for my arm, so it's just gonna shake. Anyways. You have all these mixed toe beans. You got pink ones, you got brown ones, you got half pink, half brown one. There's mixed beans. It's easy. Boom. A puppy. These two about to come at each other before Priest even gets down here. Yep. Didn't mean to bump the mic like that. Sorry. Anyone's hearing that, they're not gonna love the sound of that.
What I miss?
The entrances. That's really it.
That's what I kind of figured.
It was just started.
So.
Ow.
Yeah.
Beat the hell out of Fatu. You gotta pick me up. You big chicken, you didn't go over the top rope. You went through two of them. That just smells. He's afraid to go over the top rope to me.
Oh, I didn't take that from that, but yeah.
No. Because everyone else from, like Attitude Era, even the PC era right after that, they go over the top rope.
Yeah, but it's just about where you hit the ropes at. I'd rather have you go through the ropes if going over the ropes looks unrealistic.
Yeah.
I'd have to watch that again to see that situation, but like sometimes you'd hit the big guys would hit the ropes and they'd almost have to like reposition and jump to get over it. I'd rather just have you fall through them. People fall through the ropes in boxing all the time. That's a thing.
Yeah. I mean, that stuff makes sense. But with that, it just sort of looked like he just sort of like fell down as he got to the ropes and just like, oh, I'll just fall out. Like, I don't know. That part's what made it not look real to me.
I wasn't paying close enough attention at the time, just getting repositioned. So.
Are you surprised on Valentine's Day we're not getting any chatters in our chats?
No. Well, a little bit. I'm surprised that all the single people that watch wrestling, which I think could be a good chunk.
Yeah. Uh, Wife's all like, "Oh, so you really are just gonna go down there and stream wrestling, and we're not doing anything for Valentine's?" She knows I don't like doing stuff directly on Valentine's. She's like, "I was waiting for like some surprise, like you got me something." I'm like, "Puppy."
Yeah.
Yeah, God damn it. I mean, I know you technically went and got it, but I like approved you getting it, told you like, hey, you can go ahead and get it at your earliest convenience and all that, and you know,
If you could send the puppy up with a flower in its mouth.
she's already got flowers sitting on her desk. I got that like a week before or so. She's like, "What's the occasion?" I'm like, "Well, it's like early Valentine's Day. It's just cause like I think she was feeling like depressed about something. She kept going on about that. I'm like, all right, well, bring home some flowers. I'll stop at like Sam's Club. I
Right.
always walk past where they have the flowers displayed. I'm like, yoink, dozen roses. Actually, it was 2 dozen, I think.
Nice.
Still, it's just like, perfect. Here you go. Think of you. Don't be depressed. Get happy. You got flowers. um, and she's all confused by it. I'm like, you were depressed. I'm cheering you up.
Right.
So instead, she went from depressed to confused. Like,
That's a win still in my mind.
yeah, yeah, I guess. Yeah, I guess in a way, it's like keep you guessing, bitch.
Some,
You're not depressed anymore. You're just confused. And now you got a puppy.
so I don't know. Someone's got to change their gear option, right? So like Damien and Finn both have a sewn-in shirt pocket bandana thing, right? So
Yeah.
gotta change.
Yeah, that's kind of weird where they're both kind of keeping that. Like, that's almost like... It's almost like being in the same gang sort of a thing. We got a sewn-in black hanky.
I mean, I like the look. I mean, obviously it's very much a Jeff Hardy shirt in the pocket look, but you both can't be doing it. Like it's a team thing, and you're not a team.
It's kind of like the Tombstone movie, if you've ever seen it, where it's Wyatt Earp and his brothers versus like the Cowboys, and how he feuded with that gang out there. And the Cowboys always wore, like, to identify them, they had a red sash or like that full on one color handkerchief, like hanging off like their belt or out of their pocket or something to identify them.
That makes sense.
Or one of the Cowboys was part of this gang. So that's why I came up with the gang analogy. I thought of that. I'm like, yeah, it's like being part of the same crew, but you're not anymore. Someone's got to give it up.
That's fair. I didn't even think of that. I just think of it from the wrestling related thing.
Yeah, but
That
in
makes sense.
this sense, since Damien got removed from the group that was doing it, I would say it would be Damien that needs to remove it.
Right. I mean, it doesn't have to do anything, I guess. I just think it's gonna bug me. That's all.
Yeah,
But Damien can do whatever he wants.
of course he doesn't have to do shit, but
Even wear his fake
The one-
metal riveted gear. What is? Wait, time out. I just realized it's supposed to be like metal straps or rivets.
oh yeah. Fatu, fuck you, eat the fucking guardrail. Okay, dog, that's weird.
You might be right, Matt. You might be right.
About what?
You'll see.
Oh. I don't think I'm seeing just yet.
Is Fatu back in the ring yet?
Yes. Against
Okay, well, I'm
Priest.
just saying that they're pretty much using Braun just to get over everybody else, essentially. that he's not going to really have any chance to do much of anything. He's just there to get the other ones over. Because it feels like I'm sure he'll have a run here near the end of the match at some point, but right now he's just been dumped to the outside, try to get involved, dropped again.
Yeah, it almost seems like
It continues, trust me.
It does kind of
in the ring here in a second.
It does kind of seem like they're going to give this to Priest, and then these two are going to continue their feud. That people
I'm glad they changed the camera angle. You could see Braun just watching from the apron a minute ago.
Oh yeah. I see it. Yeah, he's just staring up at it. It's just like, you have Braun's face in the camera. Change it, you idiots.
Yeah.
Because this then became predictable of almost a choke slam.
Right.
And it's like,
we have a swanton battle.
okay, you're gonna get pretty straight. Okay, good. I was gonna say, don't go back out to that indestructible table. You kill yourself.
Right. That was a pretty swanton too. That was also a pretty swanton.
Yeah. The beefiest swanton.
That's true.
That's a lot of weight coming at
OG
you.
swanton, prettiest swanton, beefiest swanton.
That's...
Oh my God, Braun is the same rating as The Miz and Carmelo Hayes.
That is a meaty man throwing meat.
There is a lot of 81s in the game.
Damian Priest is a 91?
I mean,
Jacob Fatu 87? Okay. Yeah, all right.
I mean, but Fatu hasn't done anything. Here, we all know he's talented, don't get me wrong.
Yeah, but I think because he's probably seen as such a villainous threat. I mean, he was the enforcer for Solo. Out of the new bloodline, he is the most intriguing part of it. Period.
I mean, because the tag team has been on... It's not fair to the tag team, as it's only half a tag team right now.
Yeah.
They may prove to be very interesting once they're back at full health. But... Okay, hopefully there's some eras. Because I want a 90-some overall Miz, because the man did beat John Cena at a WrestleMania.
Or if they're going to put like John Cena at like an 81. Oh, God, we're getting another one of these? Oh, God. What a throw.
I've never seen Damian look like that after a move.
What does he have like that he's wearing right there at his lower back? It almost looked like there's some sort of flap thing in the way. If it wasn't just his like handkerchief. Like, if you put some weird shit on your back and you're supposed to take back bumps, you're going to grind that shit into your spine, and it's going to hurt.
Depends on what it is.
Yeah, it depends on what it is. But if you put something there hard, and you're going to be landing on this fucking hard thing all the time, it's going to fucking hurt.
I don't see anything on his back from this angle. I just see the fake rivet. And maybe a belt? Or that might be rivets. Fake rivets. Oh, no one told Braun.
Oh. Fatu's kind of look like, it's going to suck. This thing don't break.
Yeah.
I'm hoping Priest is just selling like a motherfucker.
Yeah, I think he is,
I hope
but
that's all that is.
I've just never seen him yell like that in a match.
Yeah,
But
and
that may have been something they talked about in the back. You don't know who the producers are.
true. And also his eyes when he hit, because his eyes bugged out of his head.
Yeah.
I started yelling like that.
Then he rolled out of the ring.
Yeah. That damn savage. Sheesh. I don't think you'd say that anymore. It's kind of racist against the Samoans because that's all they would let them be in the beginning. He just scooted himself with the camera right on him into position. Like, okay, we're doing this. Like,
Yeah.
camera, stop focusing on the guy that has to adjust.
I'm okay with it because of how it ended.
Yeah, like he's setting up a trap. Yeah,
Yeah. That's the
fine.
only reason why I'm okay with it is because it turned out this way.
That's where Priest jumps in. What's wrong with Strowman's abs? It's red as shit there. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, Braun is selling that like he should. He was selling it like he couldn't breathe. Like he got hit in the throat with it.
Yep.
He is actually doing it right. Get out of the way, cameraman! Is that jacket on the friggin' shop? The American Nightmare,
so.
like... Oh, windbreaker? Yeah. Yeah, I saw that coming. We're gonna see the dismantling of the new bloodline? Yeah. Ow. That was a good clothesline over the barricade.
Ooh.
Oh, on the outside? Ugh. I think Sokoa almost got exposed there. He was messing with his shorts right after that. He's like, "Oh God, don't pop out, little buddy."
Yep. Saw that he was grabbing the shorts. He pulled the shirt down. He was doing everything he could, man.
He was like, "Oh God, don't expose myself to children. We have children here."
He was trying to fix everything up there.
Braun does the little kick out a second after. Or a millisecond after the 3 count. That's good.
Mm-hmm.
We've seen that before. You beat a monster, but they still kick out, but it's late. That's good. That's good. Good psychology there. I mean, it's gotta be Seth as that last spot, doesn't it? Or does it gotta be Finn?
It's tough to say because Punk is in the Elimination Chamber, so is Drew. So it's hard to imagine they don't put Seth in there.
Yeah, because all that Finn has will be Priest.
Right.
Really. And that was supposed to be another thing where it was just like, this is over.
Right. So it's going to be... Mm-hmm. But, I mean, you could... If we don't think Seth is going to win the Chamber, then he doesn't need to win to get in there. The only thing that would do is progress the current storyline for him. But you can do that in the month and a half leading up to WrestleMania anyways.
Yeah.
So is it possible that Finn wins? Yeah, I guess it is.
Yeah, so it is close enough that it's like it seems like the biggest odds would be on Seth.
I agree.
But
that's the logical one. I do agree with you on that.
But you don't also like totally count out Finn to be at least thrown like back into kind of like the main event status, because he's kind of been out of it in recent months, and he kind of needs to be put back in there to have him or even the Judgment Day have some sort of relevance, even just with how their storyline's progressing, period.
Right.
I don't see him winning it, but maybe being a part of it, being a player within it. Seth makes the most sense to be a part of that, because you'll have a lot of people thinking Seth might get it. Is that what I would put my money on? Yeah, it's interesting where they might go with that.
There's a lot of options.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm still thinking Seth is going to be in it, but if we don't think Seth is going to win, he doesn't have to be, in theory. You know what I mean? So it does leave some wiggle room to put Finn in instead.
Yeah.
Because if we don't, I mean, that gives you a month and a half to figure out the matchup between Drew, Punk, and Seth.
If they go with that matchup, if they don't go with Drew coming after Cody.
I mean, if we think Cena's going to win and get the match.
It's true.
And technically, you don't need Seth in that match if we think he's going to wrestle someone who's not even in the chamber come WrestleMania.
Yeah, it's true. It doesn't need to be in there.
If we're leaning towards Roman and Seth, then we doesn't even have a reason to be in there.
Yeah. Then really it's like put Finn in there.
Just to start building Finn back up a little bit again.
Yeah, like we got to see Finn in main event stuff again. Like we can't just keep like you can't have him just go like, oh yeah, he's just totally mid card again, and it's just like, okay, well, what are you doing with him? Why are you just sticking him there? Like he's worth more than that.
Right. So
I really don't like where they have him at right now. After
they weren't going to promote both members of Judgment Day or two members of Judgment Day on the men's side to top talent. Someone had to win out on that, and it was Damian. They wanted to push the younger talent and make a start at Damian, and they've done that for the most part, so it makes sense. Now they split them apart now, and now it's time to go get Finn back up there again.
Yeah.
You know, it's kind of the same thing I felt like with The Miz, but they didn't care what I thought, which was The Miz has been talent enhancement for a long time now. You know, they gave him a fun run as the champion with R-Truth and the tag belts, but it wasn't like him being a serious wrestler per se. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then after that, they had the whole Wyatt sick thing, which will still probably come back to haunt him at some point. So it's been a minute since he actually was the Miz, in a title contention situation. But I do think they could bring Finn back up there. Now, it's probably just going to go to Seth. And
Yeah.
Cena's probably going to win. Set up
Yeah.
the Cody Cena match. And then in that month and a half, they'll probably break apart. And right now I'm leaning towards Drew and Punk and Seth and Roman. But
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, really going back on that, it does kind of make the most sense for, like, Cena to win. You see him one last time, main eventing WrestleMania. It still makes sense to me that he ends up winning it, beats the Flair record, just to have it so that, like, it's not with Flair's, in recent years controversies of just mistreatment of women and so on. They're, still wanting to be somewhat PC and move past that. Who better than to use John Cena, the golden goose, that, unlike Hogan, has stayed pretty squeaky clean after that.
yeah, I mean, he's had some fun roles where he's done different things like Peacemaker and stuff like that.
But those are
just
roles.
Characters.
Yeah.
Right.
He hasn't been a piece of shit behind the scenes.
Right.
He's been a pretty awesome champion for the company, even without being part of the company. He's been a very good role model in a lot of ways.
Yeah. I mean, even in the time with the company, the most Make-A-Wish Foundation stuff, I mean, he'd be the ideal guy. He'd be the guy you'd want to give the new crown to, essentially, for sure.
Yeah.
Now, one last wild card. Does The Rock wrestle at WrestleMania?
I mean, if we don't see him at Elimination Chamber in any way, or say the Raw or SmackDown after that, at that point, if you don't see him at one of those three shows or before that, I say no. Because
That's fair.
at that point, it's just like, well, where the fuck are we going to put you? You're just all of a sudden going to step in out of the friggin' blue? Like, you saw how it went, like, last year. And it was handled okay because you kind of had the idea of, like, how about I just go fucking heel?
I mean, they did a nice job pivoting. They did.
Yeah.
How does...
But they almost fucked it up from the beginning by just going like, the Royal Rumble didn't matter. Fuck the Cody Crybabies. It's like, what the hell?
Would want to see that match more. Rock and Roman, and when they didn't, they had a pivot, in my opinion.
Yeah, it was so... Like, what was their other option with Cody is just they forced Cody just to go for the other champion, and it's just
I think he was going to wrestle at the Elimination Chamber for the belt. I think was the game plan. So a month early, essentially. He wasn't going to wait.
Oh, so so that really deflates your WrestleMania. That's really such a foolish concept. It's like,
well, they thought people would be more intrigued with the Roman Rock match than the 2-year story they built with Cody.
So they would like to see Roman retain or get beat at Elimination Chamber to then face The Rock.
Part I don't think ever got sorted out, and I don't know what the logic would have been there. I guess you'd have him... It's deflating either way. It's deflating if Cody's story doesn't end, and it's deflating if he wins it at the Elimination Chamber instead of WrestleMania. So,
yeah, because if you take the title off of him, then what's The Rock's beef going after Roman at WrestleMania? Yeah, it just had the table, but then it's like lost all its luster.
Yeah, I think both storylines would have been great, but you had to pick one. Like, you couldn't have done both right then. And the one you've been building for 2 years, so it makes the most sense to do that one, in my opinion.
And the one that they kind of left as sort of a cliffhanger because they didn't go that route. They put Rock and Roman together. Well, you can't do Rock and Roman this year because you're clearly building this big feud of Seth and Roman because he just curb stomped the shit out of him at the, after getting eliminated from the Royal Rumble. Like, two nasty curb stomps. You can't just play that out and be like, The Rock's here now. He showed up for his once a
Yeah,
year
but I think
spot.
they might think they could because they might think they could. It's horrible phrasing. Um,
Well, I followed along. I understood what you're saying.
because there's
Might,
no 2 year story. There's no belt. And the Roman and Seth thing, they just keep saying it's going to happen, but later, essentially. Like every promo, everything they do for it, it's like, it's going to happen, not now. It's going to happen, not now. It's going to, but it's going to. It's going to, but not now.
well, I mean, it would make sense up to this point they do that for WrestleMania. Like, it's not going to happen yet till fucking WrestleMania. That makes sense. Fine, okay, you pushed it back, but I think The Rock, like, it would make more it would make more sense with like how the bloodline looks like it's splintering on both sides right now, especially after tonight. If he's coming in as uniting it, uh, not as tribal chief, but comes in as high chief, which he actually is of his tribe.
Right.
He was appointed high chief, went through the whole ceremony. You do that, you go, here's the tribal chief, I'm the high chief. And just unites the family under that. That could be interesting. Build a
Yeah.
storyline that they can use all of next year after this WrestleMania.
Yeah, but it doesn't put him in a decent place for this Mania. If he wants to be part of it.
It doesn't, but from us not really seeing him, we saw him like one time in the middle of the year going like, there's fucking bullshit going around and fuck him, but his daddy was cool.
Right.
And like,
That
I don't
was so
know.
weird, and it was so random. They didn't do anything with it. So I'm trying to figure out what they're doing with that still.
Yeah, that almost seemed like they were getting ready to do a thing, and then like maybe like all of a sudden the Rock's schedule got busy, and it's just like, oh no, never mind. That thing I
Yeah.
thought was put on hold. Now I gotta go do that thing. I won't be here.
What else could they do? I don't think the new bloodline means a damn thing in terms of The Rock.
And next thing he did, he came back for the first Netflix on Raw.
Right.
And he
then
just
he said nice things about Cody, and then the next day on NXT, he re-specified, like, you just got to keep him guessing. Kinda deal.
And when he showed up in the ring at the end of it, like the last 2 minutes, he just babbled and said fucking nothing, and everyone's like, "Why are you out here?" He didn't say a
I don't
damn
know.
thing.
I don't know what we're gonna do with The Rock yet. I don't know what we're doing with him. I don't know if we have to do anything with him on the board, so to speak. But I think he's still a player we have to consider.
I think
he
we have,
becomes
yeah.
a much bigger player if Cena doesn't win the Chamber.
Ugh.
If Cena doesn't win the Chamber, then I could see a Cena Rock main event. Not main event, but co-main event at WrestleMania.
God, again, we've already seen that shit twice.
Yeah,
Ugh.
but if he's not going to win a belt, what are you going to do with him then? You know, what else are you going to do?
True, it's more and more why I feel like he needs to win that belt, and then
I don't
needs.
disagree with you, but I don't know if they feel that way. I don't know if Cena feels that way.
Well,
That's the attitude he gave at the press conference at the media scrum. So I hope that's how he feels, but I don't know if
Yeah.
it is.
I mean, I've been saying this kind of over and over again, where like it makes more sense for him to break that record, have him hold it now, and just have him do the favor later down the line, give some other up and comer that comes and beats, Super Cena, and try to make a star out of that, like how they screwed up like with the Undertaker streak getting broken by Brock Lesnar. It's like he didn't need that at all. who
No.
needed it was Roman Reigns, who beat him like 2 WrestleManias later, but it didn't mean as much.
Right. And Undertaker says that too. Honestly, I don't know if he's ever said he thought it should break the streak. I think he may have, but it definitely wasn't Brock.
They talk about, they like the decision was actually made and they went back and forth a couple times, or there's all these different stories from it. I really kind of think that, with the concussion that he suffered, he might have gotten kind of knocked out in that part where he was supposed to kick out, didn't kick out, and that might have been why everyone was kind of so stunned, even Heyman. Now, Heyman's a great seller, of course, but that was maybe not supposed to happen. And then after that, they're just supposed to have to cover for, like, got knocked the fuck out in the ring, got concussed, and it wasn't supposed to lose the streak, but it happened. So we got to run with it and make good on it.
Yeah, could be.
That's my best theory.
I mean,
because all the stories don't match.
He talks about it on his One Dead Man show I went to. So he claims one thing, but you could be right for sure.
Yeah, that might be just one of those things where it's just like they never want to tell that side of the business. They just want to say like, oh yeah, that's just what we did.
Maybe, but I think they're pretty open about how the past was when you're hearing them talk about it, like at the shows and stuff like that. So,
yeah.
But, yeah, you could be right for sure. But, yeah, I don't know. I really don't know what you do with Cena if Cena doesn't win, though. Because who do you put him against to elevate talent? Because he's not going to lose. You don't want to make his farewell tour riddled with losses every step of the way.
I think that's why you have him go over at WrestleMania. I think that's why you put the title on him there, so that
you can't have him hold it to December though.
True.
Unless he just retires with it.
True. I agree with you there. That's why in my head I think he then loses it at like either SummerSlam or King of the Ring. Does the job. Gives it up to someone that's up and coming, maybe feuds with them.
Short reign.
It's fine. Cena's only here for a year, and honestly, if it's King of the Ring, he loses it. It's really close to the end of his year.
King of the Ring doesn't always have its own pay-per-view.
Okay, well,
just a heads up. I know you're going with that one, but just. That one is often done now on episodes of Raw. They do the tournament oftentimes on episodes of Raw.
Oh, God.
But you have Survivor Series, major ones like that, for sure.
Oh, Survivor Series, I think is what I actually meant.
King of the Ring used to be its own thing, but yeah, they moved. They went away for a while, then it came back as matches on Raw and Smackdown.
Well.
But yeah, Survivor Series for sure is an option. That's November.
Yeah. So that one or SummerSlam. I guess they could do it at just one of the smaller PLEs throughout the year, sure, but
they have a smaller one anymore. They're always in different countries and bigger and
yeah. Well, you know what I mean, not part of the what's
four.
Considered the Big Four, yeah.
Right.
But
yeah, I mean, yeah, I'm just saying that if he does win it, though, then, yeah, I don't think you can have him hold it to December and then lose it in December, for example, because that's just...
It's too obvious.
A little bit too obvious.
Yeah.
We all know what it is, but it's just a little bit... Even that's a little bit too obvious. So.
Yeah, because quite honestly, the things you could be having him do, say he wins it at WrestleMania and loses it at SummerSlam, you can spend the rest of that year where he's just... wrestling people. He's running in and helping good guys when they're outnumbered and stuff like that, and then getting involved in some of those silly tag matches.
Cody's doing now.
Yeah, but you can facilitate that, and you can have Cena wrestling some of these people he's never wrestled before, some of the people he has, and mix and match and get this final year done. And you've had Cena come back. Hopefully he's come to your town or near your town. and it's the last hurrah. He got the title. He gave it up to somebody who was worth giving it up to.
Yeah, I mean that's the hope.
Honestly, if he gives it up at SummerSlam, I think in a way that's the least predictable for most of the fan base. They would think he would just like hold on to it until the end, till December, like you were kind of
Like
saying.
you just can't do that. It's too predictable, in my opinion. But
yeah, but everyone else that's used to Super Cena would be like, all right, you just hold it, and like he might like lay it down in the middle of the ring and just go like, my time is over with. It's gonna be a tournament for whoever wins this. I
that's
retire.
How you do it if he held it to the end, yeah.
Yeah.
But
I don't see them doing that. I see them, giving, doing honors for someone else.
in theory, I think the most unpredictable way without it being too cheap would be like June. Wherever they're at in June. France or whatever?
Okay.
You don't want to have him lose the very next pay-per-view because then it's like everyone's just like, oh, he won it just to be the main event and just won it to beat the streak and then.
Yeah, that's
but
dumb.
But if you go 2 months, 2 major events, and he loses on the second one, you may squash those fears of that happening and get fans to believe he's going to roll and then cut it off there. And it might be a surprise that way. But I don't know for sure on how they want to. I'm sure they wouldn't mind him being the ambassador for 3, 4, 5 months.
He's at least got to drop it by somewhere in November.
Yeah, Survivor Series would be the last one. Even though they're teasing the idea of making a December pay-per-view called Ruthless Aggression.
Now, if you do that and he still has the belt, that's a little bit too on the friggin' nose.
Right. Unless he does end with it, and then just, like you said, they do it. 2026 Royal Rumbles for the world title. Winner takes all.
Yeah, that's interesting. And then Elimination Chamber, you get the, I don't know.
Yeah, we'd be weird. Like, okay. And then we randomly draw somebody to face you at WrestleMania. I don't know. It doesn't make any sense. But I'm just saying.
Yeah, it gets really, really friggin' weird if you just.
Yeah, just better have him drop it before December. Let's just do that.
He's got to do the favor. He knows how this business works.
Right. It's just about how you do it so it feels like he gets his run with it, and at the same time, it's not predictable when he's going to lose it. Yeah.
It might even be like how you're talking about June. Yeah, it might be too predictable to even drop it at SummerSlam.
Yeah. If you do it a little bit, you can't just do it for a night or a week or a month, but if you do it before the next, because everyone's going to think every major 4, there's a chance he loses it. So if he drops it before it, then you have a chance to surprise some people at least. But and then maybe he loses it because he's screwed over by the bloodline. And then the rest of the time he's helping said next person as an ally against the bloodline, for example.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. We'll see. We got a year to figure it out, but yeah, I don't know.
Elimination Chamber. I know we just saw the men in it. Yeah. KO's not in it, right?
No.
He wasn't a part of a...
No, he was actually... You were petting a puppy at the time.
Yeah. I was looking, but I've already forgot.
Well, he in his promo, he did from his car.
Oh.
In his Bret Hart jacket he wears.
Yeah.
He told Sam to come find him in Toronto. Cleared or not, come find me. That's what he said. So that's the Elimination Chamber match right there between those two.
Yeah.
You got to figure. I don't know what the third match is. There's usually 2 major matches and then 3 individual matches. And currently we have the tag match just made tonight between Trishy Time and Tiffy Time versus Naomi and Nia. God, I keep doing that.
Nia and Candice.
Too many. The letters are too similar. There's just a few extra Naomi. But anyways, yeah. So Candice and Nia. and then we have whatever that's going to be, a match, a fight, whatever. Sammy and KO. So, I'm guessing there'll be one more match, probably a Raw match made at some point.
Yeah.
And there'll be your 3 middle matches, and you'll have the Chambers bookend the show probably.
Yeah, that'd make the most sense.
But I'm forgetting who's in the women's chamber besides Bailey and Liv at this point.
Yeah, well, the women need at least 2 more women put in their thing at this point. Their qualifier.
Oh, and obviously Naomi. And I actually mean to say Naomi this time.
Yeah.
Because she just qualified tonight. So those are 3 of the people in there. But
well, I guess maybe that's it unless you got anything else.
no, I'm going to run the updates and then we'll go from there. If we don't fix this stuff tonight, we'll go over it tomorrow before the stuff starts. Because I don't plan on doing a whole lot tomorrow. Maybe go get a new phone. We'll see.
Okay.
It's
Yeah.
been working since, but
Yeah, you probably need to look into it.
at least look into it. By
Yeah.
Next month or so, have a new phone because that was a bit weird for not to want to do anything. But
Yeah.
yeah. Besides that, we'll do some Vengeance Day stuff and maybe be more engaged. I feel like we had way more conversation in the last 45 minutes after that went off.
Yeah, absolutely.
But we'll be there for Vengeance and go from there. But I'll run some updates and then I don't know. We'll see if we want to fix this stuff now or at like I don't know noon tomorrow too.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Part of what kind of sucked was how we weren't kind of synced up with the show. With you being 8 seconds ahead, it was like that almost seemed like it was hard for us to have conversation about it because you were like waiting for me to have a reaction to something, and maybe I wasn't going to react the same way you would, so you didn't know if I saw it yet. So
even just that, like I needed just to react to anything, whatever you reacted to, I could react. I could play off of that, but I needed for you to actually see something before I could talk to you about it. So, outside of like some slight call outs in like the main event, for example, before that, I was just waiting for you to see something. But the way I changed it in the main event was I was actually calling out things like Braun sitting there or how Braun, like you're saying that Braun, doesn't really have a purpose right now. You didn't see him doing a whole lot. And then sure enough, he couldn't even get his ass in the ring half the match.
Yeah.
And then he was the one who took the pin to make things look stronger for everybody else again.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, he was essentially doing the favor in a sense for right now. He's kind of.
He was the strongest guy to get pinned. Essentially, is what the idea was there.
Yeah, I mean, he was doing the same thing Miz did tonight. It's just like, okay, well, we gotta have you basically take this. We need to try and keep building Priest and get him in more into the main event slot. And you two already have this feud that people are friggin' interested in. So let's keep building that. And then we're seeing the destruction of the new bloodline here, possibly, in the works too.
Yeah.
There's that whole, like, oops, I accidentally hit the bro. Oh, other bro's mad that I hit his bro. I thought we were bros, but now we're not bros.
Yeah.
Nailed it.
Yeah, I think so. I think what's slowing down the breakup of the new bloodline is the lack of...
Tongaloa.
Yes, thank you.
You're welcome. The only way I learned those two guys to tell them apart is Tongaloa had to go get injured, and so I could just be like Tama Tonga, Tama Tonga, Tama Tonga.
A long time.
But it allowed me to go like, I know the two names because that's what's part. It was part of the Rubik's Cube that was like tripping up my mind.
Makes complete sense. I always knew the two names for the longest time when I watched New Japan, but then I canceled my New Japan subscription when AEW showed up. Besides getting Wrestle Kingdom most of the time, this was the first year in a long time I didn't watch Wrestle Kingdom, but I usually watch their WrestleMania in January essentially, and out of sight, out of mind. So then they showed up in WWE, and then Tongaloa got hurt, and he just blanked out of my mind altogether. So Tonga
Tama
were
Tonga.
good still, but Tongaloa just vanished from my lexicon. So,
Gotcha.
but when he comes back, they'll be great. They're a great tag team. But I think when he does come back, it will help them kind of break apart. I don't know if Solo's going to be a solo or what's going to happen with Solo at this point, but
Yeah, well, the whole thing with like before losing the waffle fawfle,
right.
he was telling them how like if Roman Reigns beats me and wins that back, you guys are gonna acknowledge him, and so will I, and we haven't seen that yet.
Right.
We just saw Solo mostly just dip out and just I haven't been able to cover that yet.
Yep, I haven't got back around to it just yet, but we'll see.
Yeah.
But, yeah, we're in the 3 hour mark. Good time to call it.
Yeah, it is. I think I gotta go put the puppy kind of back away as we go to deal with this stuff because I'm not going to be able to watch him while we're refiguring out our setup here to make sure it's good after your updates.
Right. I don't know. I might just go check on the grandmother and stuff like that. She popped out, made sure she was good there right before the main event, but I might go talk to her. So I'll run the updates and then deal with it tomorrow. Just make sure I'm on here before.
Oh.
But Saturdays are easier. I don't know about your schedule.
I should be okay because the wife's going out for a hair appointment, and that's like out on the east side of Cleveland.
What time is that happening?
I don't know what time. It's kind of like the middle of the day or something like that.
All right, I'll be home during the middle of the day.
All right.
Because I'd like to make sure we're good to go well before Vengeance Day kicks off.
Yeah.
But okay, we'll figure it out then. I'll be in the Discord.
As always, end the stream.
Yep.
Any more chat about this? Just say in Discord. So.
Yeah, that's a better time to do this kind of stuff.